plan unfolds in ways that confound human wisdom. So ang plano sa Diyos yan ipadayang di nato masabtan, di na matugkad. And sometimes it defy common sense. Murag sa ato pa, murag wa man ni common sense ning planuha. But it is His plan. Bisag nakasabot ta or wa, o kasagaran, wa ta makasabot sa mga plano sa Diyos, kaya di na ito matugkad. Pero kini iyang plano, it is His plan. Therefore, trust His plan. Saligi ang plano sa Diyos, kaya iya kining plano. Second, whomever God chooses, He uses. Bisag kinsay piliyon sa Diyos, iyang gamiton. This is about people that God uses to fulfill His plan. May tungod ni sa mga tao gamiton sa Diyos pagtuman sa iyang mga plano. Now let's look at some of the primary people. Itong una, mga importanteng mga tao na gipili sa Diyos to use for His Christmas plan. Let's look at the life of Mary and Joseph. Let's first read Luke chapter 1 and some verses. Verse 29. Mary was greatly troubled at His words. Kinsang words ni His? This was the angel talking to her. And wondered what kind of greeting this might be. But the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. How will this be? Since I am a virgin." Nothing. Verse 37. Nothing is impossible with God. Verse 38. I am the Lord's servant, said Mary. May it be to me as you have said. And the angel left. Wala nang bilugso-lugso para dili kayo taas. But you can read the whole portion of those verses. Now that's Mary. Let's look at Matthew chapter 1 verse 18, 19 and 24. This is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph. But before they came together, she was found to be with child through the Holy Spirit. Verse 19. Because Joseph, her husband, was a righteous man and did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. Joseph woke up. He did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. Most Bible scholars placed both Joseph and Mary at the age well under 20. Ang mga Bible scholars, ibada-bana nila ang edad ni Jose o ni Maria nga ubos pa sa 20. Layo pa ganit sa 20. In fact, they say Mary was just about 14 or 15. 14 or 15 anyos pa lang si Maria, niining panahon na. I remember when I was in Germany, I met a lady who was working with a missions office that invited me for 5 weeks to speak in the free churches in Germany. This lady told me she must be like 21 to 23 years old. She told me that she's already old to get married in their country of origin. They were not originally from Germany, mga immigrants sila from other countries. I had a privilege of having dinner with her family. 21 pa, 23 at most. In their country, wala na yung mamuyab niya. Kahit tigulang na siya, nga magminyo. Oh. Kung saan naka-drive pag 40. We may ask, why would God choose people as young as Mary and Joseph to fulfill such a great redemption plan? Anong gipili man sa Diyos ining mga wapay buot? Para tumano ng iyang plano sa kaluwasan sa mga tao. Someone said, I remember reading, youth and patience, ang pagkabataan o pasensya, are seldom found in one and the same person. Kini ko nung pagkabatanon, niya pagka patience, pailubon, pasensyoso, tagsa na rin mo makita sa usa ka tao. Sa ato pa, kung batanon pa, huwag pasensya. Kung pasensyoso, dili na batanon. Maura gina siya pintadang panana. Ginagmay. This is not to insult our young people, but what does a 15-year-old know about life today? Sa atong mga 15 anyos, kung sabi yan naibalaan karon sa kinabuhi. I remember thinking when I was still, maybe in high school, I was thinking that when I reach 21 years old, I'll get married. Thank God it did not happen. Hindi 21. Sa'yo dito na ako spelling, 31 dihay. Mamay pagkaminyo na ako, 31. Pero ang akong anak, paminyo na mo. Never mind. I made lots of mistakes in my youth. Daghan ko mga mistake na nahimo sa akong pagkabataan. But at the age of 17, I was already preaching. This was when I enrolled in the Bible school, and in your first few months, you are not taught how to preach yet. Homiletics and hermeneutics sounds like a good menu to me, but you are not taught yet about those. But I was already preaching at age 17. Today, when you are 17, what do you do? Of course you know what you do. Gadgets. Computers. Playing games. And 15, becoming a father or mother. Here's another one amazing choice na gibuhat sa Diyos. God chose the poor shepherds as first witnesses to the birth of Jesus instead of the elders of Israel or the people who are in the high places. Look at Luke chapter 2, verses 7 to 18, just some portion of those verses. And she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby, who was lying in the manger. Kakapanganak lang. Kaya napagod sa manger. When they had seen him, they spread the word concerning what had been told them about this child. And all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds said to them. The first witnesses God chose, the poor shepherds in those days. Not the elders of Israel, not the people in high places, but the poor shepherds. Today, when you ask the young people to serve God, they would say, the adult first. And when you ask the adult, they would say, we're busy, give it to the young people. Pasa-pasa lang ang bula. But here's our point. The people that God chooses are never perfect. Ang mga tao nga gigamit, gipili, nga gamiton sa Dios, dili perfecto, and that includes you and me. In fact, we prove more useful to the Lord when we accept that reality and trust Him with our imperfections. Therefore, do not resist God whenever He chooses you for a task. Ayaw balibari ang Diyos kung piliun ka niya para sa usa ka task. Ayaw ipasa ang bula kay ikaw ang iyang pipili. Lastly, wherever God selects, He sends. Kung asa niya ipili na lugar, ato niya ipadala. God sent Mary and Joseph from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Bethlehem of Judea to register. Luke chapter 2 verses 1 to 7. Let's read that. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria. And everyone went to his own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. I underline went up. Let's look at the map. Now, they were from here, Nazareth, and they were told to go to where? Bethlehem. This is the north, this is the south. Of course, diba? When you are from the north, you go to the south, English grammar will tell you that you are going down to and not going up. Because you're from the north going down to the south. If you are from Luan, you go down to Dalaget. You don't go up to Dalaget if you are from the city. But when you are from Argao, going to Mandawi, to Liloan, you are going up because that's the north of Cebu. Why is that? They went up. Went down unta kay naman sila diri sa Galilee na sa Nazareth paingon diri. Why is that? In the Bible, when the travel is going to Jerusalem, it is always going up. Whether you come from the north or you come from the east, west, or south, it is going up. Why? Because Jerusalem is located in an elevated place. That's why it is going up. Kaya medyo taas-taas siya, mo na nga bisag tuwa siya sa north gikan, still going up. Tungod kay ang Jerusalem, taas-taas. Narang Jerusalem? Bethany, Bethlehem, this is the Judean province. We need to understand that the distance they traveled from Nazareth to Bethlehem, was about 111 kilometers. So, saan nakataas ka ron sa Cebu? That's about, where is that? So that we will have an idea.
Cebu City in Argao or Cebu City in Dalaga?
That's just 780. 80 something. Cebu City to Taligay. That should be up to Santander. Up to Santander. That's what they travel. And they did not have aircon buses. They did not have bullet trains. They traveled that far. Why did God send them to Bethlehem? Nga namang, gipadapang yun sila dito sa Bethlehem. Ha? Nga naman. Because this was the place He had chosen. Kaya mo niyang ipili sa Diyos nga lugar. Let's look at Micah chapter 5 in the Old Testament, verse 2. It says, "But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient times." This was the plan. This was the place God had chosen. That's why they had to be brought to that place. Kay mo pili sa Diyos. God selected Bethlehem for the birthplace of the Savior instead of the city of Jerusalem. And God brought Mary to give birth in a manger. Dili sa palasyo, not in a palace. Dito pagyod sa ng manger, pasungan. Dili sa palasyo. Maybe you ask, why in a small town? And why in a manger? And why away from the relatives in Nazareth? Layog yun. Ipalayo pag yung gikas mga paryente. And maybe you're also asking yourself, why you are where you are right now? Utana sa telikag nga nung niyama ko sa akong nahimutangan karon. You've been wanting to transfer to a better school. You've been wanting to transfer to a better job. Wa ka ganais imong trabaho. Or to a much better house. Gipula na ko aning among balay. Kadalihok ko ang ilong sa bumbong. Maybe you've been wanting to live abroad, but you're still stuck to where you are right now. Ingon tingali ka na niguang naman lang yung kuha niya ako gipuya, dinhira mag yung ko. Mamatay naman lang tingali ko niya, hindi ko kasakay aeroplano. Ako ang pag nasa orang hidropalano. Hidro. You may not like your neighbors, your classmates, your co-workers, or even your boss. And some of us don't like our family members. What talaga ganay, parents don't like the kind of children they have. The children don't like the parents they have, and they don't have a choice. One day, Juan's father confronted him and said, "Juan, you should do better in your school, in your study, because we are working hard to pay for your school. Otherwise, if you don't pass your exams, don't call me father anymore." So after the exam, the father said, "Juan, how's your exam?" "It's all right, bro." "No problem, bro." And when the cards were released, pag-release sa cards, ang mama na yun, papa, nagtanaw sa cards, and they saw some of the subjects were only 73, 74, and those subjects that he passed only had 75 as general average. So they were angry. "What's happening, Juan?" And Juan said, "That's not so important. What is important is we love each other. We are one family. Isang pamilya tayo ngayong Pasko." That's from my wife. I remember before we decided to buy our house here in Minglanilla, we have already contracted someone to build us a house somewhere in Mandawi. Plans were drawn and building permits were processed already. Few thousands, around 10,000 pesos, had already been spent. But somehow the plan did not push through, and the rest, as they say, is history. We are where we are today because God has placed us here. Amen.
Amen.
You are at ECC today because God has brought you here. You better believe that. God sends people of His choosing to places of His choosing. Ang Diyos magpadala mga pinili niyang mga tao at sa pinili niyang lugar. And the sooner we accept and embrace the truth, the more contented we will be. Makuntinto ta. Kini atong pagdalawa. Therefore, be content wherever God places you today. Pagkakuntinto kung hain ka kalutang sa Diyos araw. Basta ibalhin ka niya ugma. Kuntinto na sa ka ugma kung masa ka niya yung katulong. But where you are today, be content. Because that's where God has placed you. Whoever you think you are, wherever you are right now, this Christmas season, God is reminding us that He has a plan for you. He has a plan for us. And He wants to use you, and He wants you to be content, trusting that God is in control. God bless you.